I am a good candidate for suicide. Hey, this is moribundmurdoch. Hello, this is moribundmurdoch, your friendly neighborhood hypochondriac, bringing you another Angsty with Asta. Bringing you another Angsty with Addy. Hello, this is moribundmurdoch, your friendly neighborhood hypochondriac, bringing you another friendly neighborhood Asta. I'm going to walk my puppy to a graveyard to make a video, me complaining about my first world problems and going into a bit of introspection, thinking about myself, maybe a smattering of other regarding, because that's what happens to me when I get emotional. When I get depressed, I start thinking about others. I'm like, are you okay? Is your well-being okay? I'm sick, but is your well-being okay? That's how my mind works. It works for some people. It works for me, allegedly. And she's pulling me away from the graveyard. Why is that? The graveyard ain't bad. Let's go to the graveyard. Graveyard ain't scary. Here's a little 8-year-old pup. I bring 8-year-olds to graveyards all the time. That is messed up. Oh, your ankle biter. I'm going to the graveyard. Graveyard, creepy place. It's where I get views. Because Murdoch tries a gazillion internet things that all fail. eBays, Redbubbles, selling shite, affiliate links. I don't really do affiliate links, but something. Shite. I don't feel like I observe enough of I don't feel like my eyes are good enough to observe the world properly. I always feel like I'm missing something. I don't feel like I'm remembering the whole picture, all of the trees. You know those guys who can paint an entire landscape from rote by memorder or something? By the memory? Those guys are interesting people. I'm not. I'm everyman. Yeah, appeal to the everyman. Alright, dog, come on. I need to walk normally so I can do the video. Ush. She's fighting me. She doesn't want to walk to the graveyard. Dude, we're walking to a graveyard. She's really fighting it. Am I gonna die there? Oh gosh. The whole point of the graveyard is for me to be a part of an isekai anime. I want to get out of this world. I'm really sad in this world. This world's kind of dull. I want to go on an adventure. I don't want to get murdered though. Why would a graveyard be a happy isekai anime? That'd be depressing. I'll be whisked off to Murderville. Yeah, late at night. Oosh. Maybe I'll show up to the graveyard and Sparrow Fart. Less like, I don't know, you get murdered at Sparrow Fart too. Early morning, late at night. This is murder times. It's late at night, by the way. I'm nervous talking to a camera when I'm alone by myself. It's ridiculous. Come on, passive income. Pay for my college. This is Angst with Asta. Pay for my college. Ugh. You little bug. You know, I think all I want to do anyhow is just get a bunch of working visas, 6 months, rent a place, have a 6-month lease, and get out of the country, you know? It's a good excuse to quit work every 6 months, especially if you're working these minimum wage jobs, because they're dull as hell. A lot of these minimum wage jobs, I mean, you can make it exciting by trying to work 100 hours or something and having multiple of those jobs, but I mean, that's not much of an adventure, really. That's the beginning to the adventures. What funds your adventure, usually. There's one aspect of character in television and books. There's always that hard-working 100 hours. Working 100 hours isn't that great unless you know how to invest it properly. Put into VTI or something, but otherwise there's not much point. 100 hours. Alright, you put 100 hours, you get 130 for each VTI stock generally. One of the broad range stocks, put it in there. Hope for the I don't know. How do you live life? And you gotta pay for rent. Alcohol would be $2,000 a year if you have 1 shot of whiskey a day, or 2 shots. Alcohol's not really worth. Lemons, something that's a 25-cent expense per lemon, that adds up. $500 a year, I don't know. Hell. You gotta save that money so you can travel and do more working visa. You have to save up you gotta put away money for the cost of getting a new visa every time too. And maybe people don't want to hire you for minimum wage jobs if you quit your job every 6 months, but you have an excuse. I'm traveling the world, man. I'm going to each country. You run out of countries, right? How long's our lifespan? No, you wouldn't run out of countries. We'd die before. We're not that microbian. Oh, shit. Yeah, we die quick. I guess that's the finitude that sinks in. And you're like, oh, what am I going to do with life? Dead. You're dead before you decide what you're gonna do with your life. If we had 1,000 years, we would all develop quite a bit more. We're just nascent beings, not there yet. They're partially developed, all of us. 100 years old? That's only partially developed. They're not all there. They weren't in their long haul. Okay, puppy. A lot of people, I can like their ideas, but a lot of the ideas, especially when they're going on news programs, they're cyclical, or they're a cycle. They repeat the same few things over and over again when prompted. It seems like every new news guy doesn't understand what the guy's all about, and they ask the same questions every time. It drives you nuts eventually, I think. Poor professors ask the same. God, what am I talking about? Alright, Finn. I'm really trying to walk my dog to that graveyard, but she keeps on pulling away. I'm an attention whore who wants to make money off the internet, so a graveyard's apparently shocking, so you gotta go there to make your videos. Yeah, desperate. Attention whore. Cynosure wannabe. I feel bad for my relis. I have little interest in talking to them, and I guess I have interest of talking to them, I just don't. And I just feel bad for their lives. They seem kind of dull. Banal, dull lives. Going through the motions. We're all going through the motions. What am I talking? This is shite. This is absolute shite. I am a good candidate for suicide. Seriously speaking though, I have this belief that males are sort of designed to be the more extreme ends of the gene pool. And I'm just a ruddy mess. I'm an interesting farrago, but I'm a mess. I have some talents, but they don't seem to be useful in the current division of labor in this world. I don't know. I'm just a dafty overall, and my pursuits aren't very successful. I'm not very good at any of my pursuits. Don't have any of the proper resources to accomplish my pursuits, especially with my brain power. I would need quite the handicap. So yeah, I'm just gonna continue on being an idiot and not doing much and not being much use. That's why I believe I was one of the failed males. I'm not really useful. I can get pretty. The hairline messed that up though. That's another gene fail, you know. Ugh, poor me. Good candidate for suicide. Why? No, I just think I am a good candidate for suicide. Albeit I'll never do it. You know, it hurts and whatnot. And humans have an incentive to survive despite their defects. But I'm certainly aware of my defects. Even I'm so harshly aware of my defects, and I'm still a bit of an arsenal, which is kind of silly. And sometimes I'm very, I vaunt. Weird. Alright. So why candidate for suicide? On the note of suicide, I have a pizza waiting for me at home. I'm quite excited for that pizza. A whole pizza pie, cauliflower crust. Ugh. Whole Foods. Edit out the probity I just said. I don't want to admit something too embarrassing I just did. Alright. Yeah, I always feel like I'm lacking honesty. The paucity of honesty drives me nuts. I feel nuts because I lie too much. Suffer from a smattering of mythomania there. I know it sounds pretty weeboo to use the comparison, or I don't know how. I want to go to another word by saying I want to go into an isekai anime. I want to go, not in a weeboo sense, just in a sense that I don't feel fit for this world. I'm not functioning. I'm not part of the proper division of labor. What am I saying? What am I saying? Even an idiot can make money. You just gotta put it into the VTIs, the index funds, the equity funds, right? Yeah.